Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about three major topics and three things that I think would make SoD amazing again. And I think there's been sort of a little minor disconnect with what the SoD players are playing, what they're doing, and what they're trying to do, and the viability of what they're trying to do and how those goals can be achieved. And I think these three changes would make it much more exciting, enjoyable, and fun, and bring a lot of people back to SoD, as well as allow people who came back to SoD to actually get into it and dive deep into the game because they missed so much, and it can be rather difficult to find a guild or get into raiding or whatever you want to do when you're a fresh 60 with no gold and no gear. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing that I think they should add, and I've been advocating for this specific change for quite a while because I think it definitely adds a lot to the game, and that is going to be raiding reels. So what do I mean exactly by raiding reels? Well, I want MC or BWL gear added to the current reel vendor, or a specific raidy type reel added for to be able to get MC and BWL gear. There are a ton of new players that have been coming into the game and reaching 60 after the rune vendor change was announced a month ago. I see a bunch of low levels. As you can see, Orgrimmar here is popping around noon on a Tuesday, and there's hardly any MCs or BWLs that are happening. Those are really the big entry level raids, and those tier sets are so good and have been designed so well right now that they're really, like, you can use MC and BWL gear to clear AQ. That's how good they are, and so it is still gear that is sought after and usable. It is definitely better than the ZG and AQ10 sets that you're going to be getting with those. So, like, I think that there's a lot of people that want to do MC and BWL. However, from what I hear from a lot of my viewers, is that they're 40-man pug fiestas where there's just a ton of roles that are manipulated to have a ton of people rolling on the stuff that they don't want, and the leader sort of makes it into something that where they get all the gear that they want. And that kind of sucks to see. As well as tier tokens can be very sought after for when you have a group of 40 people where people don't really have it. It's a lot of alts or new players going in it. So I think adding the motivation for people to go after the reels, they added Tarnish Undermine reels to all the bosses. So if they, whichever system they go with, it would motivate other players like me, a geared character, to go in there. If they made like raid reels and they made a raiding loot box, you know, if I need gold, I can go do that. Similar to why people do GDKPs. Why they're so successful is because people who are on geared characters have a reason to go and raid. So if you take a page out of one of the most successful raiding contents that there is, as we have seen from the classic 2019 project all the way through here, they started popping up around AQ and X, and they've been going crazy all the way through Cataclysm ever since. So take a page out of that book, motivate fully geared characters, give them a reason to raid, because there is none for them. There's no reason to do that, so let them get awesome loot boxes that have mats, consumes, and things that they need to use currently in the game. So just my opinion, and it would allow people to go in there and do dungeons if it was just undermine reels and not raiding reels. So like people would want to go and get 5 bands, people would want to go and get this loot, and just make it really worth them, encourage people to do the content, and I think we'll see a lot more people playing the game. And it would just suck to have all these new people that came to try out leveling with all the runes. They're getting fresh 60s, stuff like that, to just hit 60 and then they can't find a guild, they can't find a raid, they can't find their people, and then they just quit again. And that would just be really sad to see. The next one I have is something that I've noticed from being a guild leader and always making sure my guild has the same amount of stuff, and that is going to be equalizing the world effort, or the war effort. So because it's up all the time, and these world buff items you see right here, the 7 of these are so sought after and so desired, it has caused the two BIS, the most effective ways to get the coins, to be the absolute insane insanely high priced things, and those two things are rugged leather, as you can see right here, and you give them 10 rugged leather and you get 10 combinations, and then rune cloth bandages over here. So it has caused rune cloth and rugged leather to be insanely high on the economy, and just really sought after, I guess. The demand is super high for them because it is the fastest way to do it. You turn it in and you get it. And they have so many other quests like heavy leather, thick leather, wool bandages, mage weave bandages, fire bloom, peace bloom, purple lotus, copper bar, mithril bar. As you can see, if you see how like these are blue, that means I tried them. If they are yellow, it means I have not done anything with them. But no one goes after these mats because there's really no use to them. So make these mats useful. I don't think it would not be a bad thing to equalize them, to give them the same rewards as rugged leather. Yeah, sure, you might be able to farm it more, but that adds diversity to the economy and allows people to go out there and have multiple ways to make gold. The gold inflation here on SoD is insanely high, so giving people many choices of things that they can go and farm and get, I think would be very beneficial to the economy and the stability of the server. People have tens of thousands of gold that they're just sitting on and using to raid log. Why not allow people to, if they want to go farm heavy leather, they want to farm thick leather, they want to farm rugged leather, have these rewards be the same thing, because people are going to use them for the combination, and adds an insanely high demand to them that we have seen with rugged leather and rune cloth. Like, to give you an example, rugged leather, I have seen it at 20 gold a sec, and I myself have bought it for that because I want to make sure my guild has world buffs. So like, it is insanely up there for price, and rune cloth has been up there as well, upwards of 10 gold per stack of rune cloth, which is insane. But this could be, I don't think it's market manipulation from some massive whale goblins, because I think it is actually holding steady at those prices, and it is quite insane to see. So I would love to see some equalization, or another solution is add additional max level items so people can use them. So like, we have rugged leather, we have rune cloth bandages, maybe add 10 heavy rune cloth bandages, maybe add bolts of rune cloth, mage weave cloth, stuff like that. We have no dream foil, we have no plague bloom, we have none of the max level herbs. Fishing, we just have spotted yellowtail, which is a good one, but like baked salmon and lean wolf steak, those are really low. Mithril bars, let's add thorium bars here, there could just be so many quests that could be added for that, and I think it would go a long way towards mending this system that is in place. And I do love the world buff thing, because it allows my entire raid to be world buffed when they need to be. If, say, someone can't get world buffs, it's not a detriment to the raid, that we can just give them out to everyone, which I think is a massive benefit. Then the final thing that I want to talk about is PvP. So this is probably the #1 complaint that I get from people on my channel, and just what they want to see with PvP. I personally, honestly, I've given up on WoW PvP. I gave up a while ago, and if I'm PvP, and I literally go play League of Legends or some other game where I enjoy PvP. I did PvP back in the day as a kid. In Cataclysm, I got Challenger from arenas, as well as I played it pretty much all the way through up until I quit. Around Legion is when I really quit and stopped playing the game, but I always dabbled in it up until then. And so a few changes that I would like to see is maybe add some kind of arena system in here. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be balanced, it could just be a fun way for people to do PvP. Obviously, SoD PvP is insanely unbalanced, but don't give a rating to it, just give some PvP honor or rewards for it, and just have people go in there and have fun and blast each other. Maybe make it an alternate way to get some PvP gear, which is a bit weird, but reward honor for winning, and make it have like a minimum timer so people don't just cheese and forfeit. But I think it'd be really cool to see something like that. Just let people have 2v2, 3v3, stuff like that. Then I would love so much for a new PvP event in Ashara, Hyjal, Caverns of Time. The zones are there, so let's use them, right? There's nothing much in Ashara other than some Nagas and a whole lot of running around, and then like half the zone is Timbermaw, which everyone is friendly with by now because of Phase 4. So I would love to see that be used into some sort of PvP event. They're just giant zones that are available and could be used, and I know the dev team is aware of them, so it'd be really cool to see something like that happen. Then, this is one that I thought up. I don't really think I've seen this anywhere, but use the events like Eruption, Madness, Ashenvale, turn them into PvP queuable battlegrounds. So keep them on timers because that would defeat the BIS honor per hour meta that always occurs. And I think back to some of my funnest moments of PvP as a kid, and it was Wrath and Kata. I was always queuing up for Wintergrasp and Tolbarad and all those massive epic battlegrounds, and just having fun doing them to get the loot, the gear, the things I wanted. And even in WoD, when they had that island out there, I went and did that as well. So I just always enjoyed those. I would make sure that I was at my computer to queue up for them when the timers were there, and it was really fun. And since Eruption, Madness, and Ashenvale, I think are intervaling on 3 hours, you could add those to the game, allow people to queue up for them, send them in there into an instance version of it, make it 40 versus 40, just pure PvP fun like AV is. And I think it'd be somewhat successful. Madness could be larger. I don't really know exactly what to do with Madness because it's not really like confined, like it's the entire STV zone. So that one might be a little difficult to do. Or like you could make it random pockets of it around an altar and just have people fight for 15 minutes in absolute bloodbath and carnage. I don't really know. Madness would be a little harder to do, but Ashenvale would be pretty easy. It's pretty much designed like AV. A lot of people said this looks like AV at level 25. And then the Eruption event would be so easy. Just do the inner part of the mountain and just let people PvP. Maybe add objectives for people to capture. Same with Madness, like capture an altar. Eruption, hold the center. And then it just turns into pure PvP blasting. But anyway, just some thoughts and my opinions on these things. I really love SoD, and I just want to, contribute my ideas and thoughts and things that the community has said, as well as I've thought up, to hopefully make SoD amazing again. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know what you think down below. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.